Hmm.
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 Hmm. Who can out each other?
Hmm.
Anyways, are we in it?
We're in it to win it, baby.
Anyways, okay. Hi.
Hello.
Again. Hello.
To all my friends. Glad you're here
Hey.
today.
All one of me. Just kidding. Hi, Katie. Hi, friends.
Hello. Hi,
Thanks
Kylie.
for joining. Whoa, you never say my name.
Say my name, say my name. Mostly because I don't remember it. But it's up on the screen, so.
Oh my God, stop. You keep making me snot. Snot is that thing you do when you laugh out your nose and then some stuff comes out.
Yeah.
Which may or may not be called the S word. The snot.
So. You said snot is the term, but then you won't say it for what it is.
Yeah, it sounds too juicy.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird, gross word.
Yeah, gross.
Today we're talking about gross words.
Yeah, and crazy things that we've experienced. No.
Number one, snot.
Let's not. That's funny. You're so clever. Is mom jokes ever going to be a thing?
Yeah, probably not because the women aren't funny.
I think you're funny.
Thanks.
But yours are, I feel like, I mean, I don't know long term, where you're going, but it would be like aunt jokes.
Yeah, let's just make those a thing.
Yeah, like, oh, that's an aunt joke.
Yeah, but I feel like it is a stereotype that women are like, moms are always serious.
Yeah.
And it's the dads are like the goofy jokesters.
Yeah, I'm going to prank the heck out of my kids. Ugh.
Do it.
My mom did that to me and I hated her for it. Not like actually hated her, but in the moment I was like, there is nothing scarier than A, my mom mad at me, or B, my mom pranking me. Like it was so scary because she'd always pretend like there were ghosts in the room. Like, no wonder I'm so afraid of paranormal things. Gosh, she like got, and now I get joy out of like freaking people out and scaring my he just got to keep passing it on. It's just part of life. Anyways, I think this episode we were saying, do you want to say it?
Sure. It's about creepy stories from places we visited last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Okay.
Good job.
Thanks.
You're reading the text.
I'm reading. No, yeah, I'm like,
creepy.
It
stories.
is.
Oh man, yeah. So you can probably go. You want to go first, or want me to go first?
For sure. Whatever you'd like to do.
Is yours like good creepy or like boring creepy? Because I know it's
that's up for you to decide.
I just wanted to be a jerk. Like, is it like history or is it like fun
me,
facts?
It's got some history curves in it.
Yay. Okay,
But
fine.
/ personal stories / some places I would still like to visit.
Oh, cool.
In the area.
Okay.
So, do with that what you will.
Do we want to end on a creepy note or a light note?
I mean,
think mine might be a little creepier.
Ooh, okay. I don't know. It depends on if we want to be able to sleep tonight.
I don't want to sleep tonight, but that's just me. Okay. I'm just kidding. So, what does that mean? So, me first or you first?
Would that mean you first if we don't want to do creepy, or
so that we don't?
Mine are creepy, but like, it's a toss up.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'll just kick it off then.
All right.
I'm just gonna double check something. Okay, so in the year, this is weird because I can't see your face, so I want to see your face. Okay, there we go. In the year 2021,
yes,
I, Kylie, new last name, went to, hopefully my name's done by now. Oh my gosh, the process is taking forever. I went with my husband, surprise, I got married. Listen to last episode and a couple other episodes. We got married and then we went to Italy on our honeymoon, which was like so flippin' awesome. Loved it. Could do a whole podcast on Italy. Anyways, but today we're just going to do a little bit of it. And these are things about Italy that I learned recently. They were not from my trip. But because I went to Italy, I decided that I wanted to look more into these things. And some things, actually, some of the things I'm talking about, I have been to or I've learned about a little bit, but otherwise, it's just fun, creepy things about Italy in general. There's so much history there. It's crazy. And if there's
Hella
history,
haunted.
there's ghosts,
Mm-hmm.
as you would expect. So let's just get this one out of the way. So I'm going to start with my setup is some fun facts. Then we're talking about the island of Poveglia. And then, you know, what's on that island and all the creepy things that that you're not allowed to experience because it's banned for some creepy reason. Okay.
Wait, the
So
island?
Yeah, the island. You can't visit it because of this creepy things you're going to find out.
Ooh, I think okay.
No, don't. You're going to guess and then ruin it. Okay. So, okay, thanks. Okay, so not to give us PTSD, but something fun fact / crazy. Quarantine. I don't know if anyone actually ever looked into what that came from or everything that we've been through. So quarantine actually derives from Italy, where back in the day with the bubonic plague happening in Venice, they would try to control the spread of the bubonic plague by making ships coming in to anchor stay off the mainland for 40 days before they're allowed to come on shore. And 40 in Italian is 40. And so quarantine came in
time.
That. Yeah. Next one, mafia. Did you know, this could also be its own episode, the mafia is so massive in Italy and well and alive today that they contribute to up to 7% of the country's entire GDP.
What?
Yeah.
What, so they like pay taxes?
Anyways, doubt it, but the money moves.
And thank you, Mafia, for supporting Italy's economy, and we think that's great. Don't hurt us.
We appreciate all of your contributions to the economy. Thank you. Thank you for letting me visit. It was great. Next, we have Galileo. So totally creepy. Someone decided it would be a good idea that about 100 years after his death to remove 3 of his fingers and put them on display at a museum.
What?
So his middle finger is currently at Museo Galileo in Florence, Italy.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No.
Did they like test it that it's actually his and it's not a hoax?
I mean, they checked the fingerprint system and it matched.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Was there any bolos out for him?
I'm just kidding.
That's so weird. So it wasn't like a planned thing, like someone just did it.
No, yeah, 100 years after the fact. And that was a long time ago. So yeah, that's them. They must have kept it real nice because that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that sounds like
bad idea.
Yeah, how most people get haunted. Illegal, and you're definitely going to have things haunting you. Digging up a body and chopping it up.
Yeah, no thanks.
Don't
Not
do
a good
it.
idea, and it's illegal. Don't do it.
Yeah, we're here to tell you.
Speaking of Galileo.
Uh-oh.
This is a wild thing. So he, back in the day, I mean, he died in 1642. So this is how long ago we're talking here. That's some pretty good finger preservation, if I don't say so myself. Good job, you guys. Don't do it, but if you do it, do it right.
Do it good.
Oh, man.
Make sure you have an ice box on hand.
Gross. Yeah, I just have it like ready to go. So Galileo was alive in the 1600s, right? He was under a lot of scrutiny from the Catholic Church way back in the day because he argued that the earth revolves around the sun, which was not accepted. And it wasn't until over 300 years later that the Catholic Church in 1992 provided a formal apology saying,
1992?
"We're sorry for putting you under house arrest." You know what
Wow.
they did was they went to the museum and they apologized to his
His
fingers.
fingers. And he was like, with his
And
middle finger.
oh my god, his middle finger was like, "Yep."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's pretty
And
messed up.
then yeah, so I feel like all these stories could be connected. This is really funny. So there's a place in Italy called Sardinia, and apparently there are witches who are locals.
Like real
And
ones?
yeah, like real ones, and it says they keep tabs on the health of their natives, so I don't know if that means, like, to the island. I think Sardinia is an island. Let's just do a little quick check.
Sounds
Sar
right to me.
Does to
In
me too. You
my
think I would know
American
that.
education.
Yeah, the second largest island. I wanna
Of
say
Italy?
yeah. Yeah, of Italy.
I was gonna say, or the world.
Yeah, of Italy. And, yeah, so there's witches out there, and pretty cool. They also make potions for people, and they have a secret language, and they pass those on to only the daughters to continue the
Mm.
witches.
Right
So if
on.
you need some potions, you know where to go.
Did you go there?
I did not.
Oh, man.
Again, remember I told you
Sorry.
the things I didn't do?
Oh, I
Italy's
thought this was both.
it is. This next one I did do. So and I did go to Florence,
You just didn't see the fingers?
which is where oh, no. I
His
didn't see
fingers
it.
are.
Oh, yeah, where his fingers are. Didn't see him, though. I did see the David statue, though, that was cool. It's big.
Boo,
And
ayo.
it's also I'm like, "Whoa, put that away." So, let's now take this to Rome, Italy, which is actually really people say it's overrated, but I say people are overrated for saying it's overrated.
Yeah, people
What
said
I'm
that
saying?
about Paris, and then I went and I thought it was, like, really nice. So I think
Yeah,
people are just like, "Meh,
they're just the
I'm
bougie
better."
people.
Mhm.
Yeah. Exactly. So I went to Rome, super freaking sweet. Like you just walk around, you're like, oh my gosh, history. Oh my gosh, history everywhere you go. And like by accident, we came upon like the Pantheon eating gelato. We're like, oh, look at that. That's cool.
That's
Let's
so
hang out.
cool.
Super rad. So one of the places we visited was the Trevi Fountain, which in all of our photos, it looks photoshopped. It's so funny. It's so beautiful and pristine that my husband was like, we could have saved a lot of money by just photoshopping this behind us because it looks the same.
Wow.
But get this. So people, when they visit, they like to throw money into the fountain.
Mhm.
It's estimated that tourists toss about 3,000 euros a day.
What?
Yeah.
Are
That's
you
like
serious?
a ton of money. And up to 1.4 million every year.
What? I'm
Isn't
hoping
that
that goes
insane?
to the city or, like, the restoration.
Yeah, so it actually goes to it says, ended up subsidize using it to subsidize the supermarket for those in need who are living in
Oh,
Rome.
that's
So
good.
it does go to a good thing, but it's just so random because you don't really think about the money in a fountain. You think it just like or I never do. I just think like, "Okay, bye." Like, it's just
Yeah, that means
let the
there's
gods now.
yeah,
Oh,
that's so
no.
many people visiting.
Yeah. Oh, we saw 3 proposals in one,
What?
like, 15-minute period just standing
No.
there. We're like, "Oh, oh, oh," and then we're like, "Maybe we should pretend like we're proposing even though we're on
Yeah,
our
get, like,
honeymoon."
some free gelato or something.
Yeah, get free gelato while we're eating our gelato.
Mhm.
Yeah. Next fact, Italy has a let's see. Yeah, this is really cool. This is another huge reason I like it. They have a law that protects homeless cats from being killed. Um,
Who's killing
so
them?
I don't know. Great question. I think
That's the
I
bigger
think I think like shelters, like putting them down, like a
okay.
no kill. You're like, oh, oh, oh.
I'm
So like a
just,
no
like,
kill
imagining,
kind of law.
like, gangs of cat murderers just wreaking
Yeah.
havoc.
No,
Okay,
not
that's good,
quite.
that's
Let's
good.
not put that thought in anyone's mind. Take that out of our brains. And so yeah, they go around like there's like a shelter who goes around sterilizing cats. Poor cats, probably like
Aw.
scared and taking care of them. But the most famous of these shelters is called Torre Argentina Cat Sanctuary, and it's a very interesting spot because apparently it's at the Largo di Torre, Argentina, which is where Julius Caesar
Argentina.
was murdered.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they want to kill all the cats.
Ooh, maybe.
Wait, so now there's a shelter where he was killed?
Yep, like in the same
Dang.
area.
That's like that's how much history there is when you just have your shelters right next door. Dang.
Kitty cats. Cat shelters. Okay. So then this is my part 2 if I have time. So, part 2.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Honor. This is where it gets extra creepy because we have this island called in the Italian language. I took Italian in college, so I know how to pronounce it really well. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll see about that. I have no years of experience, so
I'm totally teasing. But it's fun to pronounce once you know, because there's a specific sound that you make whenever you see the word or the letters combined GLI, and that's pronounced gl. It's no, it's very throaty, and it's like gl, like in the back of your throat. Yeah, like the. You okay?
No.
Oh man. And this island is called Poveglia Island. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I'm just emphasizing the "l" in there. And this island is quite terrifying. This island is let me just double check, where did I say it is? It is located off between Venice and the Venetian Lagoon in northern Italy.
Did you go to Venice?
So it's a little island. I did not.
Oh.
I didn't go to all the places you're asking me about. Let me just say where I went. Rome,
just like
Florence, and the Amalfi Coast, okay? There's too much to do in Italy. You don't have time to do all the things.
It's like, and then there's the cat shelter. Did you go to that?
No.
Sorry, I just get excited.
No, it's cool. I'm sorry to disappoint you constantly. Yeah, okay, so the Poveglia Island, if you were to look it up, it just looks like kind of a ritzy island that has like all these nice looking buildings and all these trees, and it kind of looks manicured. I don't know if it looks like that today, but it's actually illegal to go visit because it is haunted.
Bye.
Well, that's not the reason it's illegal, but that's just like a side fact. I thought that'd be more fun to say. So there was actually an insane asylum built there in the 1800s, and it's still there. They have pictures, and there's like still beds there. They have like clawfoot. They call it clawfoot tubs. I'm not sure what that is.
But it's not. Bad. It's abandoned, right? Or
oh yeah, no, you can't. You cannot go there. But everything still stands that was there. At some point in I would say the 1970s or something like this, it was converted to a geriatric center, which is equally creepy.
Oh no.
So, they eventually closed the doors in 1975 and to the, insane asylum and the geriatric center. And so from what I understand, all those beds are still there today. They also use the island to keep people from the bubonic plague. When they died, they would send them over there. They put the bodies in the ground and then burn it, and then cover it up and put a sign to tell people to stay away. So that's super duper creepy. And when you go over there, you're not supposed to, but when people did go over there, there's like bones and ashes all over the ground, and really, really scary. They say that there's over 100,000 remains on the island.
What?
Which is a lot.
Wait, so the bubonic plague was a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
So that was first, and then they're like, this would be a great place for an insane asylum.
Right. Let's just fact check me.
Well, I mean, I don't think bubonic
plague occurred in... says it's extremely rare, which makes me feel like it's still around.
Yeah, there was a news story like a few years ago about a random couple getting it.
Yikes. No,
I think
thanks.
from eating weird food.
Ugh. Yeah, the plague arrived in Europe in October of
Oh,
1347.
that's a long, long time ago.
So yeah, so that's there. Those and that's probably why there's 100,000 remains, right? Or they're
Mhm.
estimating. I'm sure they did not go count them, because they're in the ground. And then also anyone who died in the insane asylums probably just stayed over there. The geriatric center, probably a lot of people over there too. And yeah, those who were dying were also brought there. So it wasn't just like
Oh,
a
wow.
treatment kind of thing. They were brought there for quarantine, and then when they did die, um, they were, yeah, buried.
Yeah.
And the owners who actually own the island have never been there. They were like, "No, thanks."
It's probably owned by the mafia.
Yeah, oh my gosh. That would be a great place because no one
Because then
can
they
ever
can dump all
go
the
there and they can dump the
bodies.
bodies. Don't take our advice, that's a terrible idea.
Don't We do
'Cause if
not
you
condone
did,
murdering.
correct. Apparently it still smells of decay
Oh.
because, they're assuming that the bodies were not wrapped up properly before being put in the ground. I think a
From
lot
the
goes into,
insane asylum?
um
It's from, like, the 1300s.
yeah, probably so. I mean,
Mm.
100,000, there's probably a bunch of different stages. Yeah. And then more than 50% of the soil is composed of human ashes.
What?
So that's gross.
Ugh.
Yeah. Don't ever go there.
I would
Uh,
like to go there.
oh, people who have visited when it was legal said that they felt like scratching on them and like, yeah, which is apparently a sign of haunting or
Oh,
ghost
that's
presences.
weird.
A ghost presence, imagine that. Yeah. And oh, and hearing strange noises. They also hear screaming from the insane asylum, which is super duper horrible. And the closest that locals will get today is when they go fishing. Um, but yeah, it says but yeah, no, they think the island is a bad omen, never to go over there, don't go near it. And to this day, charred bones still wash ashore if there's like a
Mm.
big enough storm. And apparently the doctors, which is not this is not new news, but still horrible reminder, that at the insane asylum they would torture the patients, and that's why the ghosts of the patients past will I just finished that sentence. So, rumor has it that one of the doctors who was at the insane asylum, he would torture the patients, but this is really gross. Apparently, he would not be careful with his work on their brains, and
Mm.
so he would do whatever he wanted, which is malpractice, of course. Maybe not so uncommon back then. But then eventually, the ghosts of his patients would haunt him, which
What?
then drove him to committing suicide off the bell tower.
Whoa.
And there are rumors and stories that say he rings the bell to this very day.
Dang, I kinda wanna go.
Right? Doesn't it make you like really creeped
Mhm.
out, but also want to check it out? They
Mhm.
say you can definitely hear like moans and screams of all the
Ugh.
tortured people, and that voices will yell at them to stay away, which is even creepier. I think it's one thing to hear like a ghost be like screaming because they're stuck or they're like reliving what they went through, but it's another thing to be like, trust me, like you don't want to come
Yeah.
here. Ugh. So, anyways, that's
Wow.
that. But what this got me thinking, and this is the
Uh-huh.
last bit, promise, is that can you contract a disease from a corpse?
I was just gonna ask that.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause I was
I like to
thinking,
read your
like
mind.
I was like, "Oh, they were pretty smart to, like, all the way back in the day when they didn't know like, there wasn't germ theory."
Yeah.
So to know to, like, A, quarantine, and then B, like, remove bodies, but then I was like, "Wait,
Yeah.
are they contagious afterwards?"
Right? Makes you think. So I looked into this for you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Short answer is we should do an episode about this. I mean, the long answer is we should do an episode about this. The short answer, maybe we should do an episode about this.
Dead bodies.
Getting infected by them.
Ugh.
Let's just make that a future episode. I feel like we can go into detail. But it reminded me of the TV show. This is my reference of the episode called Fortitude. Have you heard of it?
No, not even heard of it.
I think it's on Amazon Prime. It takes place in Alaska, and it's the concept of, and the reason it makes sense is based on the explanation as to, can you get a disease from a corpse? That's kind of the premise for that show. But it takes place in Alaska, so it's like freezing and there's all these other elements going into play.
Yeah, that would definitely help preserve it.
Right. But what if it warms up?
Then it's like, we're back, baby.
Yeah. It's like boom, 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 dead.
Yeah, well, what about like global warming and then all the ice caps melt and then there's all these diseases inside the ice and then they're like, what's up?
Fortitude is available on Amazon Prime. Check it out now, streaming wherever you get your TV shows. You just gave like a nice little...
Did I really?
Yeah, I mean, check it out. That's what I'm saying. And so that's why I'm saying it could be its own episode.
Yeah, that could be my homework.
Yeah. What? Okay. Your homework is to watch Fortitude?
To watch that.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 seasons long. Perfect. So that's because I'm trying to get better at like spoilers and not giving out all the information all the time.
I like
so that'll be a nice thing to like come back to that if you want to know more.
But you're not going to tell us if bodies are contagious?
Correct. I'm not going to tell you. You're gonna have to listen again. Look it up. But those are all really fun facts / horrible facts, to share with your friends and family over the holidays.
Dinner while you're eating.
Did you know Galileo's middle finger is on display at the Florence Museum? He's flipping off the Catholic Church because they didn't give him credit. Meanwhile, over here, they're not killing cats, and it's at the assassination site of Julius Caesar. There's so much to know. You're welcome. And now you have more reasons to visit Italy.
Wow. I would love to visit Italy.
Same. I was actually looking at flights tonight when I was like, really? Oh, she's there. Yeah, but like not for real. More like the like sad dreaming kind. Where you're like half looking and you're like, maybe, just maybe, if I find maybe if I go for a month, I can afford it, because you know how the flights are way cheaper than the stay. But then it's like you make up for it by the price of staying. So anyways, you spend money no matter what.
A conundrum of traveling.
Yeah.
I know, I need to get my passport renewed.
PTO.
Yeah, that work-life balance is not very balanced.
It's not real.
It doesn't exist.
We're working on it.
No, it's the craziest thing I just read is that companies that have unlimited PTO let people take less PTO.
Yeah, because they feel
it's like
they
reverse.
can't.
Yeah. Like, wow.
That's what I think. The more I've been realizing lately, the more perks a company offers, the bigger the catch. There's always something. It's like,
oh, here's a jacket. We're not going to pay you well, but
that's to keep you warm so you can work late hours.
Because you won't be able to afford your utility bill.
Oh, here's a cappuccino. For all the late night hours, you're going to stay up working on these projects. Oh, here are all these nice healthy snacks to keep your brain sustained, because we have more and more coming.
Yeah, so you don't ever have to leave.
Yeah. Oh, here's, I don't know, free food from this food truck. So then you're too tired to leave and you procrastinate on your projects, and then you have to stay late. You're welcome.
We're on to you.
And you're salaried, so we're not going to pay you overtime.
Yep.
But you're welcome for the jacket and for the food. You should be grateful.
Yep.
Yeah.
That can be its own episode too.
I know. Dude.
Other countries, let us know what it's like to actually go on vacation and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, if I'm going to move anywhere, I'm just going to move out of country.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Get that healthcare.
But I don't know how that works.
Healthcare and naps. Well, yeah, you can't just move to any country. People think
Nope.
that, I mean, even this could be its own episode for real, but like there's such an illusion that like the US is so horrible because we require people to fill out information to move here, but at the same time, to basically move anywhere else, it's way more strict.
Yeah, you have to be like a skilled laborer in a field that they are in need of.
Yeah, especially Canada.
Mhm.
Very tough to live there.
But I was like, I wonder if it would be easier if you went to school and
Yeah.
then like tried to do it that way.
You just want to move back to Scotland.
I would. And then I was reading an article about like the climate change. If we don't do anything, like Scotland would be like California weather. So I was like, what you do is you buy
Ooh.
the property in the cold places now. They also said like the border of the US and Canada would be like very moderate weather.
What?
But
I mean, but the penguins down
baby
south.
penguinos, they'll be dead.
No. So sad.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can just hold off on getting a PhD until if I need to move out of country.
Yeah.
And try.
And it's
try
cheaper
that way.
and everything.
Yeah.
Good idea. And then I'll come visit you.
Yeesh.
Cool.
Well, then maybe by
Perfect.
then they'll have like high speed, like personal planes.
Jets.
Yeah, so it won't take as long.
As my husband calls them, the PJs.
PJ.
The most expensive kind. Private jet.
Are you saying P or B?
Private jet. It wouldn't be private jet.
Well, but you're saying the most expensive kind of PJ, and I thought you were like innuendoing like BJ.
No.
Like the most expensive kind.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. No, because it stands for private jet.
I know.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
Dirty. Anyways.
Anywho.
Moving on.
And moving on.
Katie, tell us about your adventures with PJs.
Well, maybe I should have gone first.
Sorry, I can't breathe. Hold on. I'm like laugh coughing. I'm okay.
Oh man.
That was
now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have gone first because mine's not nearly as exciting.
Oh no, that's okay. We got to keep them here.
I went
just for a little bit.
Last year I took my PTO, my non-Kylie related PTO to beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah. To visit the Amish.
To visit the Amish and my family.
Who are not Amish.
That I know of. But Pennsylvania is one of the 13 colonies, so it's old, so it's hella haunted. So here we go.
The Europeans brought them all over.
I went during Halloween week. So what
did
kind
you
of
really? Why do I feel like I didn't know that? Wait, did Halloween already happen? What month are we in?
We're in January of 2022.
Dude, I feel like I'm still in like March, of last year.
That's what I was saying in the other episode. I don't know what COVID did to my brain, but that would be actually a good episode because I haven't read much into it. But psychologists and doctors are saying that's a real thing. Like even if people didn't get COVID, like you could get COVID brain, where like you're kind of in a brain fog. Yeah. But that's how depression. I feel too. Yeah. For sure. Ugh. But yeah, so it kind of is funny because I was doing this research preemptively while I was there because I was trying to convince my dad and my brother that we should go do haunted things.
Yay.
Go see haunted things. But alas, we did not.
So should I also be like, did you visit that place? Did you visit that place? Did you visit that?
All right. Oh shoot, I didn't ask my dad. But I was gonna start in my grandparents' neighborhood. So growing up, I don't know if it was like the rumor, like where we heard this, but as little kids, we always thought that one of the houses on the street was a murderer's house, or the guy killed his wife in that house. Oh. So I was always really scared of it because we'd go walking in the neighborhood, and even as an adult, like if I'd go jogging, I was always scared of that house.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it's maybe just a murderer lived there, but like the murder didn't take place there. But I feel like we had just asked my dad and he was like laughing at us and he was like, no.
Like no, like neither.
It's like one of those things where I think we had asked like every time we went, but I don't remember. So I'll leave an edit here after I ask my dad.
To confirm, like you created your own false memory of like because you asked so much, you're like, oh yeah, that is the house.
Yeah, that's for sure a murderer's house.
Well, the creepy thing, and this could be its own episode, just saying real quick, is that a lot of the murder stories from the 80s, those murderers could be getting out on good behavior now. That I don't like, not that anyone would, but like that's just something else to think about. Like, why? Why?
Ugh, I just got the chills on that one.
I know. Well, that's what I was gonna say is that murderer that's like he doesn't live there anymore. It's like, but his grandson could, and he could come back for his property. Sorry. Anyways, let's hope that your dad says no.
Oh man. Hey, it's editing Katie here. Thought it would be funny to just ask my dad about the story, and here is what happened. All right, so we were talking about creepy stories in Pittsburgh, and I was telling Kylie about the murder house down by Grandma's house. And I don't remember what the story was, so if you could give us what the real story is about the murder house.
I don't know what the murder house.
Remember we'd always say the one house down the road, there was a guy who killed his wife in the house?
I don't remember. I really don't.
Well,
what do you want to say? A guy killed his wife and ran away.
Really?
I think so. I don't know for sure.
That's the rumor?
Yes, that is a rumor.
Okay, thanks.
Call your grandmother. Your grandmother might know the answer.
All right. At this point, my mom walks in and remembers the story. Here is her version.
Always dusky and dark, and would say, that's the house where the man killed his wife. I think he was coming home from work or something, and then noticed Mrs. had a little friend or something, came in, whacked her out. And then we are always scared to walk by that house because it's creepy and it's dark. And that's the story.
Thanks, Mom. Welcome. All right, now we're calling my grandma.
We have a question for you.
Hello. It's Katie.
Oh, hi, Katie. How you doing?
Good. I was doing a podcast episode with my friend, and we had a question because we were talking about scary stories. And I remember... Yeah, I remember you telling us about the house down the street and someone got murdered there. I was wondering if you knew the story.
No. No, nobody murdered that I know of.
Or somebody came home and found somebody dead in the house or something?
No. No, No, don't have any scary stories like that.
You sure? Down by, what's the that old lady that lived in that house for a while when I was delivering papers? She had the old Plymouth, the green one in the garage. Dad wanted
I don't even remember
right
the
the
greenhouse
at the
lady.
corner? No,
I don't. I don't remember any of that.
Okay, somebody made it.
All right. Yeah, it's from somewhere, but all right, thank you. Well, there you have it, folks. Looks like only my mom and I remember that story. Not the people that lived there for many, many years. I guess we just made a false memory. And if you want to learn more about those, you can check our episode about deja vu and the Mandela effect all the way back to episode 10. Now back to the episode. But yeah, I don't remember if I was going to say something.
Sorry.
No, you're... Oh, I was going to say, so since that was the first time I've been in that area for Halloween times, and let me just tell you, they are into it. it was like every house had so much Halloween stuff. And we visited with my cousin, and I guess it would be my second cousin, her child. I don't know. I'm not good with the extended names of family members.
The baby cousin. Yeah.
Baby cousin.
Cousin Junior.
She was so cute. She was like, the neighbors, they have scary decorations, and she called it like the scary man or like the something, and it was a really creepy like zombie thing like in the yard. So it's kind of sad all the little kids are super scared of them.
That's what I'm saying. It's like funny but sad.
It's sad.
I know. Scared because it's like, it's not real, but to them it's like really horrible.
Yeah, but that's probably the most Halloween decorations I've ever seen.
Dang.
Like everyone was getting into it. But it's kind of interesting too because it's like more conservative area. So I was like, why are y'all celebrating Halloween with spooky stuff?
They're like, we got to commit both ways.
We got to put the fear of God into these people.
Those brave little children, despite being so scared, they're like, the candy's worth it.
Yeah, that's how they toughen them up.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania.
Candy and Jesus.
I mean,
what's better than that?
I think that he did a ad campaign. I'll start off with one that I've actually have been to. It's called Green Man's Tunnel. I don't know how or where my brother found out about this one, but this was his idea. We went there the last time we went, like as a whole family. And for some reason, it's pretty standard in our family. We ended up calling it something else because we never call anything by its real name. So we called it Green Bob. Because that's my dad's name, but I don't think that's why it is related or why we called it that. But it's like a sidebar. So my brother calls my dad Dave.
Yeah.
But that's not his name. But
I'm not gonna lie. I think his name is Dave sometimes.
I know. But it's awkward because my uncle in Pennsylvania is actually named Dave.
Huh?
And so it's kind of like, oh, those California people just call them their dad.
They don't know their own dad. Oh no.
So that's always weird. My brother's weird, but funny. Anywho, so I pulled a brief description of Green Man's Tunnel off of goodfoodpittsburgh.com. I don't know why they're talking about.
They sell string beans or something? Like, what's in there?
Good Food Pittsburgh? No, it has nothing to do with food. It's a haunted place.
Okay.
All right, here we go. The legend of Green Man's Tunnel is the true story of Charlie No Face, a boy who suffered a tragic accident while climbing power lines, resulting in the loss of his eyes and nose.
No.
The accident happened near the tunnel, and the spirit of Charlie reportedly walks the area at night, shrouded by a mysterious green light. And then randomly, there's also reports of a man who hacked his family to death with a hatchet inside of the tunnel.
Oh, no.
So, my brother found this place, and then we went at night, of course. And it's weird because this is another one of those like situations where I have like multiple memories, so I don't know which one is real. So I thought we drove through it, but all the pictures I found, it's all like blocked off and stuff. Well, this picture is like it's full of snow, I think, or sand, and there's like a lot of graffiti. And I remember walking around, so I was like, I wouldn't have been walking around like in the street.
Yeah.
So there must have been another tunnel that we walked through because there's a lot of tunnels in Pittsburgh.
Flashback to like baby Katie just like walking through the tunnel getting traumatized and your parents are like, stop.
Oh my gosh. What if I was one of the kids that got hatcheted?
No, and this is your coming back to life.
I'm just already dead. Apparently that's a thing.
That's why your dad calls Bob Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Because his real name is Dave. And then he had to change his identity.
Yeah.
To keep living on.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, from what I remember, it was creepy and I didn't like it. And I will not be going there again.
Dude, when you told that story, like I started hearing noises in my room and it kind of freaked me out. No, thank you.
Good thing we're doing this at night.
Place. You're like, mine's not creepy. Okay. Liar. Liar.
All right. So this next one, I'm kind of bummed that this didn't pop up in any of the things that I was looking at when I was actually there. This is from madeinpgh.com. And this is the National Aviary. And so I saw that, like, it was like a list of haunted places. And I guess I didn't know what aviary meant because my first thought was like an old airplane museum. So I was like, why would a bird zoo be haunted?
Wait, so I'm confused. So it's not
I was too.
It's not a plane place, but it's also not a bird place.
No, it is a bird place. So
okay, cool.
I had to look it up. It's for birds.
For sure. Like birds are like planes, they're just little and real.
Yeah, they're
animals.
Well, birds are not real, they're drones.
Right. They're animal planes.
Mm-hmm. So the National Aviary. The area in the north side that the National Aviary sits upon was once the Western State Penitentiary from 1826 to 1882. During this time, Western State Penitentiary was known as a violent prison that held Confederate soldiers. It's said that these spirits now haunt the halls of the aviary, and spirits are seen roaming the halls, and radios have turned on seemingly on their own.
Yikes!
So I would kind of like to go there now.
Now the birds, they talk but through as the ghost. Can you imagine if they were talking birds but with like ghost voices?
Yeah, like talking about
like their past.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. No, thank
Let's
you.
make birds creepier.
It's creepy. They're just like shouting out like war maneuvers. I don't know war things that you would say.
Assemble! I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining.
Yeah.
And then my last one I have is one that I did look up, but I was kind of too scared to go while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently my dad drove by it after I'd left. It's called Dead Man's Hollow.
Oh.
So this description is also from the same website. It says, interested in finding a giant, mysterious creature that slithers through the forest, homicidal and perpetually hungry?
No, thank you.
Head on down to Dead Man's Hollow, a nature preserve just outside McKeesport, and you may be in luck. The 400-acre slice of wilderness along the Youghiogheny River is undoubtedly a haunted place and hosts a paranormal activity. It is said that suicides, murders, and mysterious disappearances have taken place there over the years. And in fact, at least one murderous crime can be verified. A man named George Mcclure was shot to death in Dead Man's Hollow in 1880. Perhaps the eeriest story is that of a man drowned in the river who drags passers-by into a watery grave.
Okay, no, thanks. Nope. That sounds like Jason from.
I haven't seen.
You haven't seen that. Ugh.
He drags people into the water.
Friday the 13th.
Or is that the dream guy?
No.
I get all those classic ones.
Freddy Kruegs.
They're all the same to me.
Freddy Kruegs. No. Freddy Kruegs is this. We should do a scary movie like battle. Who's the scariest of them all?
And I can watch it for the first time as a 30-something-year-old.
Oh my gosh. And we'll just have a camera like on your face, like really close, like but like the nighttime camera. Like they
those are even creepier.
Like they did in the Blair Witch Project where it's just like uncomfortably close.
Oh yeah,
to
like
your
those
face.
Rigs where it's like attached to my body and there's just like the camera right here.
Yeah, and you're just like we can like have like a heart rate monitor on the screen so we can see like how you're doing, that you're not okay. Yeah,
I like that.
And then you can have like a safe word. We'll stop the movie.
I would probably say it right away. I can't. Yeah, I haven't watched very many scary movies because I'm scared.
Good. I mean, your parents also are like, no, she's good.
Yeah, that was the
Meanwhile,
one thing they were strict about as kids.
yeah.
Was we could not watch movies that were out of our age range.
It's funny because it's like the one thing my parents were cool about, and then I'm
Because it's like a
traumatized.
movie.
But it traumatized me. So it's like, maybe your parents
Okay.
had the right idea. Maybe we should be listening to these parental guidance.
No, it's like, oh, it's probably there for a reason.
Oh man. Like did
Whoa.
all this like psychology analysis, longitudinal studies, like we warned parents and they ignored it, and yet here we have this next generation of psychopaths. We
Who would have thought?
try to stop them. Oh man.
Oh, yeah, the people that do those ratings are like world-renowned psychologists or something.
They probably are. There's like something, and there's got to be something going on.
Yeah.
Dang, well, that's so scary.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to follow up with some fun Pittsburgh language things.
Yes.
I mentioned the Youghiogheny River.
Yeah.
You want to know how that's spelled?
Yeah.
Because I got made fun of. Because I read this to my my dad and my grandma, who are both from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They also have lots of rivers. It is spelled Youghiogheny. Youghiogheny.
No, it's like Yugini.
I was like the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's what it sounds like.
So, and well, I looked it up. It's Algonquin for contrary stream. So I'm pretty sure like they're not saying it right. Well, I don't know. Because there's no K. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! My other
Pittsburgh people just make up their own language.
Yeah, they're like Algonquin who? And then my other favorite one is Monongahela.
Whoa.
Which is also Algonquin. The language for the Algonquin is called Unami.
Oh.
And Monongahela means falling banks. And that was the language spoken by the Lenape indigenous people in the 17th and 18th century.
I was going to say, it sounds so nice. I want to hear more of this language.
Yes, there is a website, so they're still around.
Very cool. I feel like it sounds like something you'd say. I don't remember what movie it was, but they're like, Kapkunka. I think it's Bridesmaids. When she's like saying thank you.
Oh, when they keep going back and forth.
Yeah. Maybe it's a different movie I'm thinking of, but it just sounded like that. I was like, oh, that's so nice. But it doesn't mean thank you at all, but it sounds so pleasant like you're saying thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So you say it again. It's like something, Helene, I don't know.
Monongahela.
Yeah, Monongahela sounds like a password to get into a club. I like it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I just wrote a couple of things that like Pennsylvania in general has a lot of battlefields, including Gettysburg, which was the Civil War, Valley Forge, the Revolutionary War, and then Fort Necessity is where the French and Indian War started. So all those places are probably super haunted.
Mega.
And there's also, I went a few years ago now to the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. That's also really creepy and old.
I feel like you could have your own podcast or maybe YouTube video about hauntings in Pittsburgh, and it'd be called Katie in the Pits. But with like PITTZ. Yeah, but when you have pits, I feel like the Z has to be a green Z, like a zombie Z, to make it
could be like a yellow one because all their sports teams are yellow and black.
Oh yeah,
so it could be the black riding and then the yellow Z.
Yeah, good idea. Around to it.
I'll pitch it to their local PBS.
Yeah, great idea.
And
then you can go ask locals about all their ghost stories and what they maybe have experienced when visiting places. I think I told you this a long time ago. I have my grandma has a girlfriend who she is very in tune with spirits and like senses them and stuff. And I want to say they went to Gettysburg, like the Battle of Gettysburg, or maybe a different museum. But I want to say it was that one. It sounds familiar. And she actually like heard voices
Dang.
and whatnot. She would definitely be a good person to interview on this podcast. To have like first person real experiences. Her and her husband have had several experiences, and he's like not a believer, and he's like, oh yeah, I have seen that firsthand.
Dang.
Or heard something. I don't want to take it away from them, but yeah. Creepy.
Ooh.
And you said it was gonna be boring. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Now I'm like looking at my room like, what's that?
I know. I was like, well,
What's that?
good night.
Yeah, and that's all. For real. But dang, we're back. We're really doing this.
We're in it, baby.
Yeah. We're creeping ourselves out and dumping it out here for all of you to listen to. So thanks for listening to our dumps.
Thank you.
That's our mouth dumps. Yeah. Is that a weird thing to say? You know what I'm saying. It makes sense.
What is verbal?
Lay it out.
Our verbal diarrhea.
Ew, no, not the D word. I think they'd call that verberia. That sounds like something people
it
get
reverberates.
Ew. No, I was gonna say like an STI or something.
Oh, probably.
Icky. There's medicine for that. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. It goes away.
Talk to your doctor if you have symptoms of uncontrollable talking about horrible things. Oh man. That would be fun to make a commercial, like our own little funny commercial, and then do like all the side effects may include sleepiness, paranoid, not being able to fall asleep at night. I said sleepiness, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I still think we should do a commercial for Preface It.
Yes, I forgot about that. Oh man. I still do preface things. I try not to. I can't be the only one.
No, I think I picture like an SNL, like the digital shorts where they would do the commercials, and it would be like geared towards women.
Yeah. Do you ever feel the need to preface everything you're saying so that you feel justified for being listened to?
Are you in a conference meeting with all men?
Yeah. You're trying to get their attention because they don't listen to anything you say? Oh, man. So horrible. That's the real scariest part of this whole episode. But anyways, we have so much in the works, and I feel like already we referenced like 3 or 4 other episodes off this episode.
Yeah.
So now I feel like this is a good, like boop, boop, boop pipeline, natural pipeline, the kind that is good in this world where we just kind of let it flow and then remember what we said, and then we'll talk about it. So then it's like, oh yeah, I remember them talking about that. Come back.
I like this a lot. I'll write them down.
Yay.
While I'm editing.
Because
I don't remember them all.
Me neither. Just something about corpses and diseases. And
there's a lot. We have a lot of good ideas, if I do say so myself.
We're trying to make it so that, or at least I'm the one with this big problem where I just want to share all of the information in one episode instead of making it fun in a couple episodes. So let's spread it out.
I like it.
Spread the darkness.
The what?
What?
Did you say spread the darkness?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because it's like really dark. I was gonna say like spread the disease, but that doesn't make sense either. Yeah. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, we're not allowed to do that.
Spread the information about the disease. Yeah. Make knowledge contagious. Okay, we're done here.
Ooh,
I
like that.
Thanks, but I think it wouldn't sit well with today's society.
Well,
they're like, ew.
We did our own research.
Turns out y'all need to get
Jesus and
knowledge
candy.
expected. Yeah, Jesus and candy. Cheez-Its and candy.
Cheez-Its. Ooh, those are good.
Cheez-Its. David Blaine. So many things you need to know. We're teaching you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
This is your place to low and
Low.
I was
hang
gonna
low.
say low and gurn. Oh my
What?
gosh. Like grow and learn.
Oh, you had
I'm
a
a little
real
dyslexic
flippy
with my
flop
words.
there.
Yeah. No, yeah, I flip-flopped them, right? Like boop boop. I'm a little dyslexic with my words. Fully committed to that. Low and gurn with us on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Every Monday.
And yeah, we're so excited to be back with you. So enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, come back next week.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye.